Have you ever wondered how much your life could change if you began each morning by placing your worries in my hands, allowing your heart to rest in absolute peace? Pause for a moment. Let that thought settle within you. Let my words speak gently to the deepest corners of your soul. I want you to begin this day with a quiet mind, a trusting heart, and a confidence that is anchored in my everlasting kindness. I see your anxieties, your fears, and your burdens, and I am here to remove them from your weary shoulders. I invite you to walk with me step by step, to breathe in the sweetness of my presence, and to discover that you are never alone. I speak to you now in the simplest of words, because my desire is that you understand how profoundly I care for you. I want you to receive this message without feeling distant or overwhelmed. As you read, let peace settle over your entire being. Feel the steadiness of my love surrounding you, refreshing you, and whispering hope into your spirit. Each phrase is meant to bring you closer to a place of calm, so that you can recognize that my heart beats with love for you. There is a sweetness in stillness, in the gentle hush that invites your soul to listen. When the noise of life becomes too loud, when doubts and uncertainties stir in your mind, just pause. Allow your heart to remember that I am here, offering you my comfort. You're not wasting time when you choose to be silent before me. On the contrary, you are giving yourself the gift of resting in my nearness. In that quiet place, you feel my compassion and understand my promise. You are not abandoned, nor are you ever forsaken. In your moments of weariness, when your thoughts swirl and you can't decide which path to take, look up and whisper, my name. Let go of the idea that you must figure everything out on your own. Instead, surrender your restless heart to my guidance. The greatest miracles often unfold when you release control and allow me to act with the power that only I possess. Consider this day a sacred invitation. Step into the stillness of my presence, where you will find clarity, wisdom, and the healing your spirit longs for. My love for you remains constant in every season. It does not fluctuate with your mood, your successes, or your failures. Even if you stumble, fall, or lose your way, I am here, arms extended, ready to lift you up and set you back on solid ground. There is nothing you can do that will make me stop caring for you. My acceptance is not dependent on your perfection. Rather, it is grounded in my enduring heart. You are cherished, and you will always be of inestimable worth in my eyes. Some people believe that if they make a mistake, I will turn away in anger. But I want you to understand with every fiber of your being that I do not abandon those who seek me. If you confess that you have strayed and desire to return, I am ready to embrace you with my boundless mercy. If you allow me to forget your errors, placing them in the depths of my forgiveness, your past no longer has the power to define you. My love for you surpasses all understanding, and that love is available at this very moment. I have set forth promises in my word that remain alive and potent for you. When you trust these promises, they become real in your life. They begin to shape your perspective and transform your actions. If you believe that my forgiveness is sincere, if you welcome the new beginning I offer, if you open your heart to the love of an eternal and all-powerful Creator, then my words will flourish within you. Streams of life will flow from your innermost being, giving you strength and courage to resist the plans of darkness that try to harm you. Today can be wonderful, tomorrow can be too, and every day thereafter can be filled with hope. Why limit this sense of wonder to a single day? I am eager for you to wake up daily in my presence, to hear my voice, to pour out your frustrations and your celebrations before me. Let me share in your plans. Let me help you map out the path to your dreams. Surrender the pressure you place on yourself, the burden that robs you of peace. Dismiss the fear that I want to punish you for every slip, or that I am furious with you for your mistakes. Recognize your identity, beloved child, chosen one, forever precious to my heart. You need not live under a cloud of fear. You need not tremble at the possibility that I am enraged, waiting to strike you down. Understand that my ultimate desire is not to punish, but to restore. My intentions are to guide you toward a life of wholeness, not a life weighed down by guilt or regret. When you lift your eyes toward me, you will find a calm that the world cannot offer. Even in the face of unsettling news from a doctor, or the stress of financial obligations, I assure you, I hold the final word. My healing power surpasses the limits you may think exist. My providence has ways of providing for you that seem impossible to human logic. If you worry about how you will feed your family, trust that I see your situation. Fear not what the scoffers might say. There are those who mock your faith, but your faith is precious in my sight. I will prepare a place of blessing for you, not to shame those who mock, but to show you that my love can and does move in your life. Do not waste your energy on revenge. Instead, invest your heart in trusting me. Watch as I bring resources and people into your path that you never imagined. This is how I work. By opening doors you once thought permanently sealed. I am the source of what you need. Your provisions do not ultimately come from anyone else. They come from my hand. If you are burdened by debts and obligations, if you have lost your job or are struggling to find meaningful work, remember that I am able to do the unimaginable. I can provide opportunities and introduce you to connections in places you never knew existed. At times, I might even shift your entire life direction, leading you to a purpose far greater than the one you originally envisioned. When you receive a sudden surprise that dramatically alters your circumstances for the better, recognize it as my hand at work. Though you may feel you are walking in darkness, searching desperately for open doors, I have already sent my angels to guide your steps. They will show you the roads to take, the doors to knock upon, and the faces that will greet you with grace. New skills, unfamiliar possibilities, and creative ideas are waiting for you. I delight in seeing you flourish, in witnessing how a simple seed of faith within your heart can result in an abundant harvest for your household and for others. I have a vast community all around you, people whose hearts I touch so they may help you. Look for those individuals, treat them with kindness and humility, and discover the strength of fellowship that I place around you. Even if you feel great sadness or carry unspoken burdens, do not underestimate the power of a genuine smile. In the eyes of someone else going through loneliness or hurt, your simple act of kindness can spark hope. You do not have to pretend to be happy in a dishonest way, but you can let my joy sustain you even in your own struggles. Whether it's a coworker, a friend, or a stranger on the street, your small gestures of warmth and encouragement can bloom into healing for them. As you shine, others will be drawn to the goodness they sense in you, which is truly my presence flowing through your life. Never think you have nothing left to offer. I have placed gifts and abilities within you, some visible, some hidden, that have the power to change the atmosphere around you. When you unleash them by trusting me, not only do you find satisfaction, but you also inspire people in ways you may never fully realize. You, beloved one, carry within you fragments of my light, designed to brighten the path for the weary, the disheartened, and the uncertain. The world might measure your value by your achievements, wealth, or influence, but my perspective is far different. In my eyes, your worth is beyond any measure. You are the creation of my hands, fashioned with a unique blend of strengths, quirks, hopes, and dreams. You do not exist by accident or random chance. You are here because I decided that the world needed you. I see capabilities within you that still lie dormant. Sometimes I allow trials to come your way, to bring out these hidden strengths, to refine you, and to teach you compassion. I know the thoughts you do not voice, the pain you hide beneath your brave face, and the tears you shed when no one else is watching. I also see the courage you display when you choose to move forward in spite of setbacks. I see it, and it touches my heart. Please do not underestimate the significance of your story. In my hands, even your most painful chapters can become a testimony of resilience and hope. Remember this whenever you feel undervalued or rejected. My opinion of you will never waver, and no one has the power to change my enduring affection for you. Your past may feel like a heavy chain around your ankles, holding you back from moving freely into the future. Painful memories or the mistakes you regret can cause you to question whether you deserve new opportunities. Hear me clearly. You do. I hold no record of wrongs against those who come to me with a sincere heart, asking for forgiveness and healing. If I choose to bury your past, you can trust it is buried forever. Let go of the condemnation you place upon yourself. Embrace the freedom I give you. The freedom to walk forward without the shadows of yesterday dictating your tomorrow. Others might try to remind you of your past transgressions, using them to label or belittle you, but I have given you a new identity that goes beyond any failure or shortcoming. You are beloved, redeemed, and renewed. If others misunderstand or mistreat you, remember that I see your true value. The only labels that matter are the ones I give you: worthy, precious, chosen. Allow these truths to fill your heart, washing away any sense of unworthiness or guilt. In this new beginning, you will find peace, and in that peace, a joy that radiates and affects every area of your life. So often, your focus is on what you lack or what you have lost. Instead, begin counting the blessings that surround you every day. The sunrise that gently warms your face, the quiet moments when you sense my presence comforting you, the kind word from a friend who stands by you in difficult times. Gratitude is not merely an emotion. It is a powerful way to see my goodness in the smallest details of life. As you cultivate thankfulness, you open the doors for even more blessings to flow. Your praise resonates in the spiritual realm. It unlocks windows of hope, healing, and abundance. When you pause to acknowledge the gifts in your life, you are affirming that you trust my ongoing work. You recognize that I've never stopped caring for you. Praise is more than a song or a prayer. It is the posture of a heart that knows it is cared for, protected, and sustained by a love that endures forever. I understand your silent cries. Even if no one else notices, I see the tears that fall at night when worry overshadows your mind. Sometimes you look at your life and see broken promises, dreams that seemed so vibrant, but never came to pass. Relationships that felt eternal but vanished. In these moments, I invite you to place all your shattered hopes in my hands. I am the one who can bring new life from the ashes of disappointment. I am the one who calls you by name and never forgets you. Let me remind you of the promise before you. I am here to embrace you, to hold you, and to breathe new purpose into those weary bones. Do not turn your gaze backward in regret, nor sideways in envy, but look ahead toward the bright future I have prepared. You may tremble, fearing that the best has passed you by, but hear my encouragement. The best is yet to be revealed. When I transform your life, every tear you cried will be watered into seeds of compassion that help others. Every painful experience will become a source of empathy through which you can offer hope. Such is the wonder of my ways. Remember the dreams I placed in your heart, those hopes you carried in younger days before fear and doubt tried to smother them. You might think it's too late, that you are too old or too far gone, but I assure you, nothing is impossible for me. Resist the negative voices that claim you can't achieve your dreams or that you are unworthy of them. Those words come from people who have never truly tasted the depths of my power. They do not see what I see. I look at you and see immense possibility, potential waiting to be awakened at just the right time. If you choose to trust my perspective, you will realize that nothing good is withheld from you without purpose. If a door closes, it might be because I'm preparing you for a better one. If a relationship ends, it might be because I'm guiding you toward a healthier bond. I never intend to see you in perpetual pain or fruitless effort. My ways may be higher than your understanding, but they are always woven with perfect love and wisdom. Be encouraged. Your future is in my hands, secure and purposeful. People sometimes wonder how to find lasting contentment. Let me gently steer your heart toward gratitude. When you wake up and your first thought is to say, "Thank you for another day," you open a channel of blessing that can change your entire outlook. It's not a formula or a ritual. It's a heartfelt acknowledgement that every breath is a gift. When you practice thankfulness, you learn to see the beauty in the ordinary, the small miracles that often go unnoticed. Remember also to be thankful for the experiences that stretched you. Although painful at the time, they shaped you into a more resilient and empathetic person. It's in seasons of difficulty that you often discover the depth of my love. Learn from adversity, rather than allowing it to harden your heart. This posture of gratitude can transform burdens into lessons, anxieties into opportunities to trust me more deeply. Ultimately, genuine thankfulness enriches your spirit, bringing peace in circumstances that once made you restless. When you feel your dignity has been trampled, when others have stepped on your worth, come into my embrace. Understand that you do not have to prove yourself to anyone who doesn't see your true value. Your identity is not defined by those who belittle you. I see you wrapped in a golden thread of purpose, each thread representing the moments I've led you, taught you, and comforted you. I want you to carry yourself with the quiet confidence that springs from knowing you are infinitely loved. I understand your silent trembling. You wonder if you're walking on shaky ground, if your dreams will slip away when you least expect it. Yet in front of you lies a path brimming with hope. Dismiss the voices of envy, the naysayers who try to stifle your aspirations. Let my words anchor you. I am able to do far beyond what you imagine. Believe that I have the authority to work miracles, and that I yearn to share my goodness with you. Accept my promise that I will never take my eyes off you. Many forget that worship is not limited to psalms sung in a building. True worship is the longing of a heart that adores me for who I am and thanks me for my kindness. It's a lifestyle of acknowledging my place in your life. Speak with me in your home, in your car, as you walk or rest. Share your daily triumphs and trials with me. Recognize that nothing you face is too small or too big for my concern. In that sense of worship, you connect with me on a deeper level. Your soul is nourished, and you become aware of my guidance in every moment. When you speak my promises out loud, you reinforce my truth within your spirit. Words carry weight. They can uplift, or they can tear down. Let your words be filled with faith, kindness, and honesty. Embrace sincerity, knowing that there is nothing hidden from my sight. I see your entire being, yet my affection is unwavering. By turning your focus toward gratitude and truth, you pave a road for my blessings to flow into your life, no matter how dry or desolate the season may seem. Some days you are weighed down by the concerns of those you love. You look at your children, whether young or grown, and wonder if they are safe. You question their decisions, longing to guide them onto the right path. Remember that I, too, care for them deeply. Their names, their dreams, their struggles are written on my heart. Even if you feel helpless to correct their course, trust me to keep them under my watchful care. Release the tension that builds when you try to control what is beyond your reach. Pour your concerns into prayer instead, and let me be the guardian of their souls. If you see your children straying, do not allow panic to overwhelm you. Lift them up in my presence. Yes, there are times when you must speak the truth, confront wrongdoing, and stand for what is right. Do so with compassion, not wrath. Let your words reflect the same mercy I show you. Avoid harshness, for it only deepens wounds. Instead, correct with grace, just as I instruct you with tenderness. Know that I am continuously working in their hearts, even when it seems they have shut every door to my voice. Human nature often responds to fear with the impulse to control. You may see a loved one making choices that concern you, and your immediate reaction is to intervene, to manage each step of their life. But consider how I approach you. I guide you, offer wisdom, and remind you of the blessings of obedience. Yet I do not force you. I respect your freedom to choose. Likewise, I invite you to let go of the anxiety that compels you to dictate how others live. When you trust my sovereignty, you find peace. You realize that I can accomplish more in a moment of grace than you can in 1,000 efforts of coercion. I ask you to maintain healthy boundaries. If someone's actions threaten the dignity of your home, you are right to protect that environment. But do so with a spirit of serenity, not anger. Keep your household safe, set limits when necessary, and speak honestly about the consequences of harmful behaviors. Through it all, remain in prayer, and trust me to soften hearts and open eyes. I do not tire of working in people's lives. My patience surpasses human understanding, and my mercy never runs dry. Forgiveness is a gift you extend to yourself, as well as others. When you release resentment, bitterness, and old grudges, you free your heart from a prison of your own making. Do you realize that I have forgiven you countless times, wiping clean each wrongdoing the moment you genuinely repent? I urge you to treat your loved ones with the same spirit of mercy. You do not need to condone their actions or pretend the hurt didn't happen. Rather, you choose to let go of the anger that poisons your spirit. Consider the story of your own transgressions. Recall how I stepped in with healing and grace. That same healing and grace can flow through you to others. This does not always mean relationships will be perfectly mended, but it means your heart will be at peace. Surrender the impulse to cling to offense. Let my love wash over your wounds. I promise that in your willingness to forgive, you will discover a liberating lightness and a renewed capacity to love. There are times when accusers surface, pointing fingers and whispering words meant to tear you down. They resurrect your past errors to undermine the new life you have found. These accusations can slice deep, filling you with shame or anger. In these moments, remember that I am your defender. Your value was never dependent on your spotless record of deeds. Your value rests in the everlasting compassion I hold for you. I do not see you through the lens of condemnation, but through the lens of redemption. Let my words echo in your heart. Do not allow these accusations to steal your joy or derail your progress. If you need to correct a wrong, do so with integrity. But do not let guilt consume you when you have already brought your failings before me. I have covered them with my compassion. No human accusation can overrule the verdict of love I have pronounced over your life. Speak truth to yourself. You are forgiven, renewed, and cared for deeply. In the times when it feels like everyone has turned away and the night is at its darkest, find solace in my arms. Your tears do not go unnoticed. Even if your sorrow is too heavy to be put into words, I perceive it. I gather every tear as though it were a precious gem, each one an expression of your story. Let my nearness envelop you. Let my unwavering care steady your breathing. When the chaos of life swirls around, I am the unshakable rock upon which you can stand. You might think, I don't deserve that kind of care. Yet this is the essence of my compassion. It is not merited by your accomplishments or your virtues. Rather, it is the overflowing expression of who I am. I mend the brokenhearted and lift those crushed in spirit. Rest in this reality. My desire is to see you whole, to replace your mourning with dancing, your despair with hope. When you emerge from hardship, you will do so stronger, bearing a testimony that carries healing for others who suffer in darkness. I want you to keep talking to me, not just today, but every day. Invite me into your morning routine, your midday tasks, and your evening reflections. Your innermost thoughts matter to me. I listen attentively, whether you speak of formal prayer or whisper a single anxious sentence. I also want you to listen in return. Sometimes my voice is a gentle prompting in your heart, a nudge that guides you toward patience, generosity, or a certain decision. Other times I speak through the words of someone you meet at the perfect moment, or a verse you read that resonates deeply. Do not underestimate the transformative power of consistent prayer. Prayer is not simply a wish list. It is the language of intimacy, a space where we exchange concerns, desires, and affections. As you grow in this ongoing conversation, you will discern my direction more clearly. Obstacles will begin to appear as opportunities to witness my faithfulness. You will realize that prayer has never been about changing my will, but aligning your heart with what is good, pure, and enduring. Each day, come to me, and let's walk together through every situation you face. At certain stages of life, you may wonder about your purpose. Perhaps you doubt whether you still have something meaningful to contribute to the world. Let me assure you, as long as you draw breath, you have a reason to be here. I place talents, dreams, and a yearning for goodness within you. These are not coincidences. They reflect the unique way I designed you, equipping you to bring comfort, creativity, and insight to those around you. Never believe the lie that you are too old, too young, too flawed, or too ordinary to make a difference. Even your quiet acts of kindness can echo in eternity. A smile given to a stranger, a moment spent listening to a lonely soul, a helping hand offered without expecting anything in return. These reflect my heart and further the mission of compassion. If you remain attentive to my leading, you will realize that your everyday life is filled with divinely orchestrated opportunities to love others. Embrace them wholeheartedly. There is a certain kind of relief that comes when you surrender the pride that insists you can handle everything alone. Sometimes, admitting weakness feels uncomfortable, yet my strength is made perfect in your vulnerability. Do not be ashamed of needing help. Do not fear the moment you must ask for guidance or mercy. Pride often builds walls, but humility builds bridges. Bridges of friendship, support, and connection. As you yield your self-reliance, you make room for me to work. The emptiness you feel becomes the space where I pour my grace, enabling you to move forward in ways you never thought possible. Let your surrender be complete, not partial. I want every corner of your being to be open to my touch. No secret chamber of your heart should remain closed off, because every wound, every locked door needs my healing presence. When you lay down your pride, you create a fertile environment for wisdom, compassion, and true joy to grow. Whether you are choosing a career path, deciding how to handle conflict, or considering how to care for a loved one, I stand ready to offer you insight. I do not withhold direction from those who genuinely seek it. When you ask me for wisdom, do so expecting an answer. Maybe not in the way you anticipate, but in a manner that will make sense in due time. Sometimes I guide you through your inner sense of peace or unrest. If a decision seems to fill you with dread, it might be a signal to wait or reconsider. If you find serenity despite the challenges, it may be the green light to proceed. Never forget the importance of patience. My timing is perfect, but it often differs from your own. While you may be in a rush for an immediate response, I might be using the waiting period to develop your character, teach you persistence, or prepare you for a blessing that is not yet ready to be revealed. Trust the process. Trust that I know precisely how to orchestrate your circumstances for your ultimate good. Compassion is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a deliberate choice to care about another's suffering and act upon that care. In a world frequently driven by self-interest, your willingness to show empathy is a bright reflection of my heart. The kindness you offer may not always be reciprocated, but remember, true compassion does not hinge on receiving something in return. It is an outpouring of love that stems from understanding how deeply you have been loved. Be aware of those who cross your path. You might be the gentle voice or comforting presence they desperately need. Extend help, even in small ways. A warm meal, a listening ear, a note of encouragement, or a helping hand during a difficult transition. Such acts create ripples of goodness that extend further than you might realize. Each time you choose compassion over indifference, you participate in my mission of healing hearts. Your adversities are not pointless. Though they may sting and make you question the path before you, they can also serve as a catalyst for growth. Trials often reveal the areas in your life that need refining. They strengthen qualities like patience, perseverance, and empathy. They draw you into deeper reliance on me, reminding you that you are not meant to carry life's burdens alone. I promise that I never allow you to face more than you can handle, as long as you hold on to my hand. My grace sustains you in every season. Take courage in knowing that flowers often bloom most vibrantly after enduring harsh weather. Likewise, your spirit can emerge from hardship with renewed vigor and wisdom. Pain can produce depth in your character that comfort and ease rarely can. Hold tightly to the assurance that I see what you cannot. I use the storms of life to help you discover the resilience I placed within you, and to shape you into someone capable of offering hope to others walking through their own darkness. In this very moment as you read, I am pouring fresh hope into your heart. I want your tomorrow to be filled with anticipation rather than dread. People may try to fill your mind with doom, but I urge you to remember that my plans for you are good. I do not promise a life free from sorrow, but I do promise to walk with you through every valley and rejoice with you on every mountaintop. My light will guide you even when thick fog surrounds you. Stand firm against despair. When negative thoughts threaten to overwhelm, counter them with reminders of my faithfulness in the past. Reflect on the times you thought there was no solution, yet somehow you found a way forward. Notice how I placed the right people in your path, or orchestrated events so that a door opened just when you needed it most. That same care continues today and tomorrow. Breathe in this truth. There is a bright future for you, because I am the guardian of your destiny. Your life is a unique story that speaks of my goodness. You have encountered storms, endured losses, and dealt with heartbreak. Yet here you are, standing, breathing, and seeking. That is testimony enough that my hand remains upon you. Understand that others also observe your perseverance. When they witness your trust in the midst of trials, they see a hope that cannot be extinguished. Your life itself becomes a message of resilience to those who feel their own storms are relentless. Do not hide your scars. Each scar is a reminder of healing, a narrative of how you overcame. When you share your experiences honestly, you help others realize they are not alone. Through your openness, they discover that I can heal their wounds just as I did yours. This is how a living testimony works. One heart touching another, igniting the flame of faith and igniting a chain reaction of compassion and unity. You may never know how many people you inspire simply by refusing to give up and by living with unwavering trust. Peace can be elusive in a fast-paced world, demanding constant performance. It is easy to feel that rest is a luxury you can't afford, especially when bills need paying and problems pile high. Yet I gently call you to step away from the incessant clamor, even if for a short while each day. Turn off the noise, close your eyes, breathe. Feel my calm presence reminding you that you are more than your to-do list. You are more than your deadlines. You are more than the sum of your responsibilities. When you learn to dwell in my peace, worry loses its power. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the assurance of my presence in them. It's the unshakable knowledge that, come what may, you are held firmly by a love that will not let you go. If you discipline your heart to seek my peace, you will find that your days become more manageable. You will have clarity in decision-making, resilience in adversity, and a capacity for kindness that surprises even you. You have been dreaming, planning, hoping for the next chapter of your life. I invite you to place those aspirations before me. Let me be the first one you consult when you have a new idea or encounter a fresh possibility. You might ask, why should I do that? Because when I am first in your plans, I can orchestrate details and align circumstances in ways you never imagined. Sometimes, a dream needs refining. Other times, you are prepared sooner than you think. By involving me from the start, you ensure that your journey remains grounded in wisdom and integrity. If your dream is in line with a purpose I have for you, you will sense a growing excitement, a confirmation in your heart that you are on the right track. If it is not, You will notice a restlessness that signals you to pause and rethink. This is not to discourage you, but to protect you from traveling down a path that leads to frustration. Even if you face setbacks, remember that I am with you in the process. My timing is precise, and my methods, though sometimes mysterious, always yield the best results for your growth and fulfillment. Life, inevitably, brings criticism. Some criticism may be well-intentioned, aiming to help you grow. Other criticism may be born of envy or misunderstanding. Either way, handle it with grace. Listen quietly, and glean any valuable insight it may contain. Discard what is harmful or untrue. Do not let scorn or ridicule take root in your heart, poisoning your sense of worth. I alone know your motives, your capabilities, and the path I've set before you. When anger or bitterness wells up, offer it to me. I can transform your resentment into lessons of empathy and resilience. I can help you respond with kindness where harshness was expected. In this you reflect my character. Remember, your identity is anchored in my affection, not in the fluctuating opinions of others. Let your spirit remain humble, teachable, and open to constructive feedback, but do not confuse your identity with the judgments placed upon you. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is rest. Fatigue clouds your judgment, drains your creativity, and makes you susceptible to negativity. I created you with a need for balance, a rhythm of work and rest. Honor that balance. Acknowledge your limitations, for you are not an endless reservoir of energy. When your body and mind are weary, come to me for renewal. Pause your frantic pace, turn off the distractions, and allow yourself the space to replenish your soul. During rest, I often plant seeds of inspiration. I whisper solutions to problems that seemed insurmountable. I nurture dreams that were on the verge of withering. Yet these seeds can only take root when your heart is still enough to receive them. Embrace the gift of rest without guilt. As you do, you will find yourself better equipped to face challenges, make decisions, and care for the people around you. Let my gentle voice remind you that you are not defined by ceaseless activity, but by the love and purpose I continually pour into you. You have talents, time, and resources, no matter how limited you believe them to be. There is great joy in using these blessings to serve others. Look around and ask, how can I help? In serving, you align yourself with the compassionate heartbeat of my nature. Service is not about earning favor from me. It is an expression of gratitude for the favor I have already shown you. When you help someone who cannot repay you, you mirror the kindness I extend every day to humanity. Service also fosters unity within families and communities. By working together toward common good, people form bonds of trust and friendship. Remember, serving can be as simple as offering a kind word, helping a neighbor carry groceries, or giving someone a safe space to share their story. Let your service be genuine, flowing from love rather than obligation or the pursuit of recognition. Through small acts of kindness, entire lives can be changed, including your own. Temptation is not a sign of weakness, but a common experience. When you feel lured by thoughts, habits, or relationships that harm your spirit, lift your eyes to me. I am here to strengthen you. Take each temptation as an opportunity to practice endurance and discipline. If you fall, do not wallow in condemnation. Immediately turn back to me and I will restore you. My grace is sufficient to help you overcome these battles. Confront the root causes of your temptations. Often, they stem from unmet emotional needs or unresolved pain. Open your heart to my healing so these vulnerabilities can be addressed. Seek accountable friendships if necessary, people who encourage and guide you in truth. The struggle against temptation refines your character, building a tenacity that can weather future trials. Always remember that I stand ready to help you resist the traps set before you. Faith is not an abstract concept. It is the daily choice to believe that I am who I say I am, and that I will do what I promise. It is the lens through which you view the world, confident that even if circumstances look bleak, I'm still at work behind the scenes. Faith grows through prayer, worship, and studying my words, but it also grows through action. Take steps of obedience even when you do not see the full picture. Dare to hope when others have given up. At times, your faith might feel small, a flicker rather than a flame. Know that a flicker, when nurtured, can become a blaze. Your job is not to create a grand display of unwavering belief overnight. Rather, it's to keep the flame alive by consistently turning to me. You will discover that I am always near, fanning the spark within your heart. Over time, you will witness extraordinary outcomes, not because of your strength, but because you placed your trust in me. Life's journey is rarely a straight line. You may wander off the path, encounter pitfalls, or choose a direction you later regret. My response is not to slam the door and leave you in the dark. Instead, I offer you a second chance, a fresh beginning. Each new day is an opportunity to realign your steps with my guidance, learn from mistakes, and grow. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come after moments of failure. When you humble yourself, acknowledging that you need my help, your heart becomes fertile ground for transformation. Do not be afraid to ask me, where do I go from here? I will show you. It might involve reconciling with someone you hurt, making restitution for a wrong, or simply forgiving yourself. This process can be uncomfortable, but the peace that emerges afterward is priceless. Take my hand and walk courageously into your future, leaving behind the baggage of guilt. Understand that, with me, you are not condemned to repeat the same mistakes. You can build a brighter life, founded on enduring hope and wisdom. Families are like gardens that require consistent tending. Arguments, misunderstandings, and personality clashes can cause weeds of resentment to grow. Yet if each member remains rooted in my guidance, love can flourish even in difficult conditions. You play a crucial role in fostering unity. Begin each day by praying for your family, calling them by name, asking me to guide them, protect them, and fill their hearts with peace. This simple act can transform the atmosphere of your home. When conflicts arise, be the first to sow forgiveness. Refuse to fan the flames with sharp words or stubborn pride. Instead, approach disagreements with a commitment to mutual respect. In a world that values winning at all costs, stand out by prioritizing harmony and empathy. Sometimes peace requires sacrifice, yielding your right to be right for the sake of a deeper bond. That doesn't mean you ignore serious issues or pretend everything is fine. Rather, it means you address problems with compassion, never forgetting that each family member is beloved. Loss cuts deep, whether it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or a missed opportunity. Grief can feel overwhelming, like an ocean wave that sweeps you off your feet. In these times, remember that I weep with you. I understand sorrow profoundly. Let me comfort you as you navigate the stages of grief. You need not pretend to be strong when you are not. Come to me broken and tearful, and let my love envelop your hurt. Honor the memories, but do not let grief imprison you. As time passes, you may notice glimmers of hope returning, a sunrise that reminds you that life continues, a friend's hug that reassures you that you are not alone. Gradually, you will find the strength to smile again, to dream again, and to love again. Healing does not mean you forget the loss. It means you integrate it into your life story and allow it to shape you with greater empathy and compassion. I specialize in turning mourning into purpose, forging resilience, and offering comfort you can share with others who mourn. Be conscious of the thoughts you choose to dwell on. Negativity is like a magnet that pulls more negative energy into your life. But when you focus on what is hopeful, good, and praiseworthy, you cultivate an atmosphere of possibility. This is not about denying reality. It is about shifting your mental landscape so you can see solutions and blessings that remain invisible when you are trapped in defeatist thinking. Speak affirmations that align with my truth. You are valued, you are capable, you are cherished. Consciously replace harmful thought patterns with words that reflect your worth to me. This daily renewal of your mind is not easy. It requires perseverance and introspection. Yet the results are transformative. A lighter spirit, a clearer sense of direction, and a newfound resilience against discouragement. As you practice this discipline, you will be surprised at how your overall outlook brightens and how solutions emerge where once you saw only problems. In every endeavor, in every joy, in every sorrow, keep your eyes fixed on me. Yes, there will be days when you doubt, days when you are frustrated, and days when you feel like you're simply treading water. In those moments, remember that my faithfulness has not changed. Recall the times I lifted you from despair, provided in miraculous ways, and gave you the strength to overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. These memories serve as anchors, reminding you that I am consistent and my love is steadfast. I invite you to trust me with a trust that grows deeper each day. Let it be evident in how you handle adversity, how you celebrate blessings, and how you treat those around you. My beloved child, you do not walk alone. My guidance is constant, my affection is inexhaustible, and my presence is ever near. Do not let your heart be troubled. I hold your future in my hands, and my plans for you shimmer with hope. Your light matters in a world that often seems dark. You do not have to be perfect to shine. You simply need to allow my kindness to flow through you. When you choose compassion over apathy, courage over fear, and forgiveness over vengeance, you become a beacon of hope. People who witness your actions might sense something different about you, a calm assurance that transcends current troubles. That assurance is birthed from trusting in my timeless promises. Keep shining. Even if you feel your light is small, I can multiply its impact. Every day presents opportunities to uplift someone else, whether through a comforting text, a genuine compliment, or a silent prayer offered on their behalf. The love you demonstrate is a reflection of my heart for humanity. In showing kindness, you take part in my ongoing work of restoration. You become an instrument of change, a vessel of grace. No matter how modest your contributions may seem, I value each one, and I will use them to touch lives in ways you might never fully grasp. You may find yourself standing at the threshold of a daunting challenge, uncertain of your capacity to endure. Let me gently remind you that you have overcome before, and you will overcome again. Perseverance is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to keep moving forward despite adversity. You are never expected to do this alone. My strength supplies what you lack, and my wisdom clarifies your path. Trials do not invalidate your faith. Often they refine it. Think of these moments as an opportunity for your spiritual muscles to grow. Do not lose heart when progress seems slow or non-existent. Seeds planted in dark soil take time to germinate. Eventually, they break through to the sunlight, displaying vibrant life. Your perseverance in the dark places builds character, empathy, and a testimony that will encourage others who face similar roads. Pride can erect barriers between you and others, and even between you and my guiding voice. In contrast, humility opens doors to understanding, reconciliation, and genuine community. A humble heart is not weak. On the contrary, it is strong enough to admit mistakes, learn from them, and extend grace. It does not seek to overshadow others, but to uplift them. People are drawn to humility because it resonates with their deepest need for acceptance and love. When they encounter someone who genuinely listens without judgment, they experience a reflection of my character. Let humility color your interactions, whether at home, in the workplace, or among friends. You will discover that your influence grows as you exemplify respect and empathy. In humility, you can serve wholeheartedly, love unconditionally, and stand firm against arrogance that seeks to divide. It can be tempting to feel envy when you see someone else receive a blessing you have long prayed for. Yet I urge you to celebrate with them instead. Their blessing does not diminish the goodness I have planned for you. When you rejoice in another's success, you align your heart with gratitude rather than scarcity. You proclaim that my resources are limitless and my generosity knows no bounds. If you find envy creeping into your thoughts, bring it to me. Let me help you transform envy into inspiration. Reflect on how their blessing can spark hope for what I can do in your life. Understand that my timeline is unique for each person. What is best for someone else in this moment may not be my best for you right now. Trust my wisdom. Keep your heart open and your spirit thankful, for in due season, you will experience your own harvest. Life unfolds in ordinary moments, sprinkled with flashes of the extraordinary. Do not rush through the minutes of your day without recognizing the beauty they contain. Whether it's the laughter of a child, the taste of a warm meal, or the quiet of an evening sky, these moments are gifts. When you slow down enough to notice them, you cultivate a spirit of wonder and deepen your sense of fulfillment. I encourage you to find reason to celebrate, even in the mundane. Make time for rest, for reflection, and for genuine connection with those you love. In doing so, you allow your heart to breathe in gratitude. This is where true richness lies, not in accumulating possessions or accolades, but in savoring the blessings large and small that decorate your life. When your heart is attuned to these blessings, your eyes open to my fingerprints scattered all around you. As this message draws to a close, let it become a seed planted in the soil of your soul. A new day unfolds before you, ripe with opportunities for growth, love, and service. My presence accompanies you not only in your joys, but also in the hardest struggles. You can face obstacles with a calm confidence, knowing that I guide you toward the life I desire for you, a life brimming with purpose, healing, and boundless hope. Take courage, beloved child. Do not let discouragement or fear steal your focus. Persevere. Keep your heart anchored in my promises. Remember all that has been spoken, my desire to heal your wounds, my pledge to provide for your needs, my longing to carry your burdens, and my commitment to never leave you alone. As you step forward, trust that doors will open, storms will pass, and victories will arrive in the exact timing that aligns with my perfect plan. Now rest in these words. Let them strengthen you. Let them comfort you. Let them guide you. Let them be a balm for your aches and an encouragement for your dreams. I am with you, and nothing, no force of darkness, no circumstance, no mistake, can tear you from my protective embrace. You are treasured beyond measure. Embrace my peace, hold on to my promises, and keep walking with your head held high, for I delight in blessing you. Today is a fresh beginning, a chance to trust more deeply, to love more fully, and to live with unwavering hope. Breathe in my love now, and exhale all anxieties. As you move forward with faith, you will see goodness unfolding in every corner of your life. Amen.